We are live. Yeah. What is up, ATG fam? Give me 1 second. I'll put on my headphones. We got a good friend of mine. Has a really cool story. Kind of gave me some snippets before the pod. Give it up for Eric Sanchez. Let's go, baby.
Thanks for having me, brother. I'm honored to be here.
Appreciate it.
Heck yeah. I was super stoked when you invited me on. We've been friends a while, and stoked and nervous. But
I feel you, bro. I'm excited, bro. I'm super excited. It's like a special occasion. We got the Cuban cigars.
Heck yeah.
We also got our producer today. We got a live producer.
Jamie over
Jamie.
Josh.
The Belen Jamie. Just kidding. No, we got Josh, my homie Joshua. Shout out to Josh. Episode 103, bro.
Oh, man.
It's been a crazy run, man.
How long has it been going now?
It's been going on since about 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, 2019, like early 2019, just started with the homie. I've always enjoyed listening to podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've always kind of teased it, and I just pulled the trigger one day.
Heck yeah.
No microphone, no nothing, just a phone on a tripod.
Raw.
That was our first episode. Yeah.
That's sick. Heck yeah.
I was just telling you, we still haven't upgraded that much. We're on episode 100.
No, this studio is sick, man. I love all the art here, and yeah, it's awesome. We were talking about that earlier, how it's nice to wake up and just have something that inspires you.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
There's a lot of inspiration on these walls.
I believe in it, man. That's one thing I do believe in is energy. Positive, negative, it's all around us.
Yeah.
So I just try and harness like all my favorite things, all my inspirations in this room.
Heck yeah.
And just kind of get in a flow state, bro. You know how it is. Like when you get in a flow state, you're untouchable.
Oh yeah.
No matter what you're doing.
I was talking about that the other day with a friend. It's like you go to get some coffee and people just stare at the table or whatever, but look at the walls. Hey, look at that piece of art. Be engaged, be present in life.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I want to, first off, guys, before we start, I'm going to actually walk up to the camera. I'm going to put this nice and close. Check this out. This is what Eric gave me. And do you want to kind of describe it a little bit? So it's a lighter, handmade lighter. And it's got an arrow on it. And it's got the Zia sign with turquoise in it.
Heck yeah. Yeah. No, I had to make my man something, Yeah, that's some Apache turquoise I use, and got to throw a Zia on there, represent,
Dude.
Born and raised in New Mexico and in Belen, Los Lunas.
I love stuff like this, bro. Like I'm a big collector, as you can tell.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like fate, dude, because I was just telling you like how arrows, it's on my logo.
Yeah.
Like an arrow is part of the ATG brand. We got like old Native American arrows in here. So this is like perfect fitting, man.
Heck
This is dope. Thank you, man.
Oh no, man. I'm glad you got a piece of pocket art, and I know you'll cherish it forever, man. Pass it on to somebody cool.
Dude, I will, man. No one's getting this. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, so for those of you guys that don't know Eric, he goes by Southwest Warrior Jewelry on Instagram. I do want to get into that a lot. So he makes handcrafted jewelry like turquoise, metal. You want to go into like a quick little summary about that?
Yeah, I was a wildland firefighter after all the crazy other stuff I did, Marines and private contracting, and during the winter, we have an off season because there's really no fires in the mountains.
Yeah.
But I'd spend my off season in the shop with my gramps, and we'd throw on some country tunes and just stay warm making jewelry during the winter. And then when I went back to firefighting, that's all I could think about was silversmithing. I was like, I can't wait to get back to my bench.
That's sick, dude.
It's like such a feeling of freedom to be able to let your mind go wild and see what you can create. And I'm a huge nerd, like when it comes to New Mexico history, and I do a lot of exploring and find artifacts and stuff like that.
That's
and
cool, man.
that's what inspires me. It's like every time I make a piece, I feel like I'm making a future artifact.
Yeah.
You know, it's
like a little relic.
yeah, it's
Like,
gonna last long beyond me. It's gonna have a life of its own. It's gonna be a part of people's most special occasions.
heck yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you never know what happens with these pieces. They could get stolen by a thief, you know, they could get passed down to someone really cool. But yeah,
It's gonna be like on future Raiders of the Lost Ark.
oh yeah,
That's gonna be like the artifact everyone wants, dude.
and yeah, I use a lot of like bear claws, elk ivories.
That's what's on your necklace right now, right? You got bear claws all around it.
Yeah, black bear claws.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, this one won second place at the state fair this year. I titled it Alma de Oso, Spirit of the Bear. And I think it's cool to be able to represent our time and culture through these works.
Yeah.
You know, I think what will archaeologists say when they find my work? You know,
Yeah.
they might say, wow, these guys were technologically advanced. They had intricate trade routes because this guy has turquoise from all over the world. But at the same time, they kept in touch with their ancestral hunter-gatherer ways.
Right.
And so, you know, the claws and the elk ivory show that we still hunt even though we have an advanced society.
Right. That's cool, man. I love how you like look at it like as a legacy. Like a legacy that you're kind of leaving behind, or you're looking like at like what it's going to be in the future, you know?
That's right.
Some people are just in the moment and they send it off, but like you're like what you're creating, it's like something that's going to last, like, you know, it could last forever. It could last like decades and decades.
That's right.
You know, like that's a cool thought, you know?
Or the creator could just, he could melt it all back into the earth. And that's why, you know, material things, they're cool, but they're just material things, you know.
I feel you.
But yeah, it's an honor to build these things that are a part of people's weddings and whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they have a life of their own after they're brought into this world.
That's cool. Do you have like, is it hard to let go of some items after you put like so much heart and soul into it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm imagining it takes a lot of patience. You don't just whip them out. It's like each one.
Yeah,
special.
In some pieces, it's like I'll finish and then I'll be like, I think I can just keep this one. You know? Like, I'll make another one.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, and then I end up, I'm like, I don't need this. You know.
Yeah.
I need money.
I gotta have balance.
Yeah.
But dude, let's take it back, dude. So you were born and raised in New Mexico. You grew up. You said you're from Belen, Los Lunas area.
Yeah.
What was that like, bro? What was like? Did you have a lot of siblings growing up? What was your household like?
It was pretty wild, man. You know, I had a pretty crazy upbringing. Had a lot of like domestic violence and stuff in my home.
Yeah.
From the time I was little to 10 years old. Grew up with my brother, just riding bikes around Valencia County, you know, good old days. And then, my parents were messed up on drugs and stuff like that. Dad died of a heroin overdose when I was 10. So that trauma kind of led me on this path of like resentment, a little bit of anger and stuff. So I started playing a lot of contact sports, football, wrestling, backyard boxing, stuff like that. And
just like as an escape or just like an outlet to let out that energy. Yeah.
And then I had awesome grandparents that really showed me the light. They like took me to church. Grandpa always took me hunting. And so my childhood wasn't completely terrible.
Yeah.
Like I had some really good people. But the war kicked off when I was a sophomore, or the trade centers got hit when I was a sophomore. And I always would zone out on Marine movies like Full Metal Jacket and stuff like that. So I walked into the recruiter in 2004 and was like, yeah, I want to sign up for the infantry. What? Why would you want to do that, kid? You know, like you could do this or that. I'm like, no, that's where I want to be. So signed up to be a machine gunner and
Right out of high school?
Right out of high school, yeah. I went straight in. Me and another buddy went on, Eric Chavez, shout out to him. But yeah, we went in on the buddy program, and I went to boot camp, went to the School of Infantry, and then as soon as I got dropped into my unit, we did like a 3-month workup, and then we were downrange in Iraq.
So you guys went right into it?
Right into it.
Like as soon as boot camp's over?
Yeah.
That was when things were heated.
Yeah, that was
super heated. It was still fresh.
Yeah, it was right after the Battle of Fallujah. And we were in between Fallujah and Ramadi in the Al Anbar province, a place called Karma, Iraq. And yeah, it was a wild tour, man. We ended up taking 5 KIAs and over 50 dudes got sent home. You know, with
just injuries,
crazy, IEDs, roadside bombs.
Was there IEDs just everywhere back then?
Everywhere, and it sucked because, like, at the end of your patrol, you would stumble upon an IED or a possible IED, and then you would have to wait for Navy EOD to come, the bomb disposal guys, and they were out diffusing bombs all over Iraq. So sometimes. Yeah, we'd wait for them for 8 hours. We were already on patrol for 8 hours. Yeah. But you have 3 squads, so one squad stands post over the patrol base, one squad's out on patrol, and the other squad's supposed to be resting. But the squad that would be out on patrol would take fire, so those dudes would have to get up and be the quick reaction force.
Yeah,
go help them out. So we didn't really get a lot of sleep. It was pretty wild, and sometimes things would just keep happening on your rest cycle. You would have a logistics run come in.
Yeah.
You know, the patrol base would get attacked. So there's days we went like 3-4 days without sleep.
Yeah. Dang, man.
Yeah, it was wild.
That's tough on the mind, man, because your mind probably never even fully gets in rest mode, even when you get a break.
No.
You're always kind of on edge.
Yeah, we felt like zombies. We were taking rip fuel and hydroxy cut and stuff like that.
Dang,
just stay away. Dip. We put Copenhagen in our eyes.
What?
Like, oh, yeah. We were, crazy Marines, like anything to stay awake.
That's next level, dude.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're sleep deprived, when you go to that extreme.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Take a fat dip real quick.
Let me take a little lip right here. But yeah.
That was the first upper decky, the eyelid.
Yeah, where you at? I want to see. If you guys do that, send a video of it. I want to see that.
We don't condone it, but we wouldn't be mad if we saw it.
But yeah, it was,
how many tours did you do?
I did 2 tours as a Marine, and then I got out in 2009. I went over again during the surge. That first tour, I went from being a private first class, what they call a boot, like someone right out of boot camp, to we had so many guys get injured. I became a team leader on that first deployment.
Yeah.
And then when I got back, they were like, hey, you're going to be a squad leader. I was like, what? Like, I just got done being a boot. I can't lead a squad. And they're like, well, we're going to put you through all the training you need. And you have a year to work up with your guys, and then we'll go over again. And yeah, I had.
How old were you at that time?
I was
like early.
I was 20 when I came back from that first tour. I was 18 when I left, 19 when I came back. Yeah, and then I had just turned 20 when I assumed that billet.
Wow.
And then
so did you have a lot of guys that were older than you, like in your that you were kind of taking leadership over, or was everyone kind of more or less the same age?
Yeah, there was older guys. I was like one of the younger guys, but they didn't have enough time to do another deployment, so they all got out of the Corps, and then we were just forced to step up into leadership billets. But
That's nuts, man. Did you
yeah.
see a lot, pretty much? Like,
Oh
throughout
yeah.
how long is each tour?
Each tour in the Marines is about 7 months.
Okay.
But yeah, I saw everything from I've gotten shot at by snipers, small arms fire, rocket propelled grenades,
Jesus.
IEDs. Yeah, my first firefight, we were dug into the middle of the desert, and all of a sudden the insurgents opened up with 4 rocket propelled grenades and emptied machine gun fire onto us. And
Jesus. That was what they like. So you're just walking, and then that.
no, we were dug in like.
Oh, you were dug in like
Yeah,
just kind of in a spot.
Yeah, it was hard dirt, and I remember just digging, and I got enough depth. I was like, okay, I think we're protected. I was with the corpsmen. We have one Navy dock, or actually we had 2 Navy docks that are attached to the Marines.
Yeah.
And me and Doc decided to dig a hole together, and I was like, man, Doc, let's just take a little rest. So took our flak jackets off, laid down, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. And then, they just started unloading on us. Jeez. And I couldn't move. And this was my first experience. I looked over at Doc, and dirt's just flying all over us. And I was like, what do you want to do? He's like, we need to get our gear on. And I had a 203 grenade launcher. So I started lobbing grenades back at the enemy, and they stopped shooting. They had to get their heads down. That gave me enough time to throw on my gear. And then we got to the corner of our Humvee, and we started returning fire on them. And
dang, man.
And then they took off in a little car. We couldn't get them, but
just, that's crazy, man. So if you basically, like, if you guys wouldn't have dug that hole and decided to get down, like, there's a good chance you might not be here.
We'd be Swiss cheese, man. Yeah, for
Dang,
sure,
man. Isn't it crazy? Like, you like, how can you not look back and reflect, like, thinking, like, dude, God has a plan for my life, you know?
Oh, man, for real. Like, I didn't think I was going to make it out of there. I had one incident where these guys sprayed at our squad, and then they were in a little German, it's called an Opel car.
Yeah.
And they turned, power slid, and high centered on a berm. And there was ditches on both sides. Sorry.
No, you're good.
My squad leader told me, hey, they call me Swede, and they're like, take point, start sweeping the canal. And as I was sweeping the canal, I saw where somebody had slid down into the water. So I took a step back and I looked. I didn't see anything. And then I was like, no, that didn't seem right. So I turned around and looked again. And when I did that, this dude pops out of the water with an AK, and he raised his AK at me, and I pulled the trigger, shot him from 3 feet away.
That close?
Yeah, it was wild. And after that, I was like trying to process it, and my saw gunner, the guy that was next to me, had the squad automatic weapon, came running up. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, dude, I just smoked an insurgent. He's like, what? And
dang,
he like could have mowed down my whole squad, you know.
Yeah.
I'm glad I caught it. But yeah,
it's crazy how little details like that, like, don't seem like nothing. People, just regular people, but just one little abnormality is so critical.
Oh yeah.
You know, like that one little thing you've noticed.
Oh yeah, it's like, and things that I thought were stupid in training, like we'd have to police call cigarette butts up every morning outside the barracks. I'm like, this is dumb, whatever, you know. But every cigarette butt we didn't find, we would get smoked for, you know, like have to do some type of like push-ups, whatever. But what that taught us was attention to detail, you know, and you learn how to look for things where our brains are trained from reading to read from left to right.
Right.
So if you're out there, all you hunters, if you're out there hunting and glassing, try and look from the right to the left, because then your brain will start picking things out of the unordinary.
Yeah.
And that helped with like finding wires and stuff like that for IEDs.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
To look from the right to the left.
Yeah.
Because your brain is not trained to do that. So it's just calculating abnormalities.
Yeah.
Instead of just looking at like symmetry.
Yeah. We just, our brains get in that mode of just passing through things. But if you switch it up, yeah, you'll notice things stick out.
How was like, after all that happened, like after that day, were you kind of just like, I'm in this, like, did it take a long time to process it?
It did. Like at first I was like happy. I was like, yeah, you know, one less guy out there to mess us up.
Yeah.
But you know, way after the war is when everything starts to settle in.
Yeah.
You know, war is crazy. Like I feel like it really is the devil, like trying to get us to kill each other and divide us and stuff like that. But I'm blessed to be here, and definitely have to honor every Marine that's fallen by living the best possible life I can live, because I get to be here. I get to be a son. I get to be a father. I get to be a brother. So yeah, I got to embrace it.
Dang, man. I love that you have that mindset, you know, and like not pursuing like, or continuing just to pursue the dream of like life, you know.
Yeah.
The journey, just making the most of it.
Yeah.
You know, like doing your jewelry, and then we could even talk about, you know, you got into wildland firefighting, like there's healthy busy, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So like, I think like what were we saying, Josh? That idle hands are the devil's playground.
That's right. Oh yeah.
Because it's even just anyone who hasn't even been to war either, like just in general. Oh, like when you're still too long, you're not meant to. We're meant to do things. We're meant to live. I was talking to a buddy the other day about this. We kind of got into it a little bit, but I see a lot of people that fester on everything that goes wrong in life. Like it could be politics or this or that. Yeah. And it's like, man, you spend so much time worrying about things that are totally out of your hands. Right.
You know, what could you be doing with your time? Like you could make your yard better, whatever it is, like, or some people do it with sports or video games or
just anything, man.
Yeah. Distractions from you.
And or you want to continue?
I was saying, no, they're just distractions from you reaching your full potential, you know?
Yeah.
And this life, I believe that it was never meant for comfort.
Right.
Like the only way you grow your soul is through hardship and overcoming struggle. And
right.
And if you don't have a struggle, then you better go find one, you know?
Oh yeah. Dude, the times that you feel most alive in life are after you've overcome something.
Oh yeah.
Something that you didn't want to do.
Oh yeah.
You know, sports, wrestling taught us that at a young age. You know, there's always that one kid in your bracket you know is just a freaking dog.
Oh yeah.
And you're just like, what are you going to do, back out? You have no choice but to go out there.
That's right.
And then, you know, I mean, we've all had those victories where you finally do win, or you do, and you're just like, dude, it's possible.
Oh yeah.
It's such a confidence booster in life.
Oh yeah.
Because like, and it's like so simple, right? Like a wrestling match, but it's like, it's not simple. It teaches you like to dig deep, you know?
Oh.
And it's not easy. Like you're going to probably have a black eye. Who knows what? You're going to be exhausted.
Did you say a black guy?
A black eye.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
You're going to have a black guy.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
A white guy. You don't know who you're going to face, bro. No, wrestlers I love wrestlers.
I always take it back to wrestling, but it just taught me so many life lessons, you know?
Wrestling's like the best thing for a young man, you know, to be able to push your body, and the fact that there's weight classes, like everyone can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, you know, the thing is like, just don't quit. You could be the last guy to always finish the run. Like drop your ego, drop all that stuff. Oh, what are they thinking about me? I'm weak, blah, 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 blah. No, do it for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I love like the whole workup for wrestling, like in your head, you're thinking about what that guy at your weight class is doing right now. You know, he's
just as scared too, you know?
He's working right now. What are you
like
doing?
When you're training and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. You better outwork him, you know?
Dude, my dad taught, and I've said this maybe once or twice on the pod, but for our new listeners, my dad would always, it was something that's always stuck with me, even just in life. At the beginning of every wrestling season, we kind of have like a little sit down, you know, talk about like what we want to do and what. And he would always just say, like, he would tell me at the beginning of every wrestling season, every wrestler, clean slate, they have their piggy bank. You know, every time that dude runs laps, every time that dude runs extra sprints, he's just adding more to that bank, dude.
Oh, I love that.
At the end of the day, at the state tournament, cash in. Whoever has the most is probably going to win.
Yeah, that's
right. So when you have that like mindset of like, are they doing better than me? Are they doing more? You just imagine them, and then it feeds you, you know, it drives you more.
Oh, yeah. And it's not only like how much work they're doing, but the quality. You know, you could do a lot of crappy reps.
Right.
And then your form and everything else will be crap. But if you're constantly practicing perfection, like you're going to be almost perfect.
Yeah.
You're never going to be perfect. But.
Right. And then too, just sharpening your mind. I'm sure like you know probably more than, you know, anyone in this room, like how powerful the mind is, you know, after going to war, after fighting wildland fires, after, you know, just doing all the things that you've done, your mind is like, without your mind, dude, that's what saved you, you know, multiple times.
My spirituality and my mind, I mean, you know, it's like there's times when you want to quit, but someone told me once that point where we want to quit, we're actually 7 times more capable of overcoming that. We're 7 times more stronger, but we can only be so good as ourselves. You know, at some point you have to go beyond yourself, whether it's honoring someone that's not here or honoring God, you know, and saying, God made me, I can do this, you know, or whatever it is. Like,
for sure.
But yeah, and then learning how to embrace pain. And like, I remember I used to run and hate running. And then, I mean, I still hate running, but yeah, you get to that point where you're like, you feel weak. You're like, oh, I'm breathing hard. I feel my legs, this and that. Well, when you feel that feeling, it's like, that's good.
Yeah.
This weakness pain is weakness leaving the body, you know, like I'm getting stronger right now.
A new level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you embrace it. You're like, give me more.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that, dude. Like you get that psychoticness, dude.
Yeah. Like,
and then you flip the script where you start craving it. And I now, like I was telling someone the other day, like I'm chill now, but like it's made me like an adrenaline junkie. Like I like, things don't stimulate me enough, you know, like I want to like try a front flip snowboarding.
Yeah.
You know, like I always like think of something that, you know, could hurt me, but that's what makes me feel alive, you know?
Oh, same.
When you do it or when you overcome it, you're just like, I miss that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I feel like I'm like a dog that's, you know, still got some fight in him, you know, I still want to get out there just in anything, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Just even little hobbies and stuff, or even at the gym. It's like, I just crave that, you know, I love the sauna.
Yeah.
Like I love that feeling of that whispering quit.
Yeah.
Love it, dude.
And then I got into like rock climbing, canyoneering, whitewater kayaking.
That's sick.
Snowboarding,
dude.
Just anything outdoors, extreme. I fell in love with. And rock climbing for me it kind of feels like a firefight in a sense. Like when you get up from that point of protection behind a car or whatever, and you start running down the street into fire to your next point of cover, it's unknown. You're like, well, this could be it.
Yeah.
So, and then rock climbing, it's like you set in protection and then you start climbing above that protection, and every feet you get above it, you're going to fall twice the distance. So sometimes you might have to run it out if there's nowhere to place protection into a crack or something.
Yeah.
And you have that feeling of like, I can't fail. Like I have to overcome this. Like I can't fall this far, you know?
That's a good lesson. Like even just like, you know, with rock climbing at the beginning, you look up, you don't know the full plan. You can't possibly fully say, yeah, I'm going to do this, that. And even in war, you're not like, I'm going to go behind this truck. I'm going to do this. It's literally moment by moment that you have to, and you can't get to here until you get to here.
Right.
You know,
and you
like get to the truck. Okay. We got to the truck.
Yeah.
Okay. Reload.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Exactly. And it's like, and then your mind is playing tricks on you, like planting seeds of doubt, like, oh, I don't know. I don't feel strong enough. I don't know if I have enough endurance to make it to the next point. And then you have to just shut that voice off and focus on the next move. And then you reach that flow state where you're just like, just completely in the zone, having fun, not thinking about falling. That fear is gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it teaches you to dance with fear and master it.
Heck yeah. I love that, dude. That's powerful.
Heck yeah.
Flow state, dude. That's like my favorite. That's like the highest peak form of like any performance. Like when you hit flow state, there's no feeling that matches that.
No.
When you're not having to think and you're doing it
and you're having
and
fun.
you're killing it.
Yeah.
Like that's what like I tell like wrestlers or just anyone, like when you're not having to think and you're just doing it, bro, like you're untouchable.
Oh yeah.
You know, like when you're climbing and you're just fearless and you're just free flowing. Cause dude, like when you think too much, you like put the brakes on your life, you know?
Oh yeah. It's like, if I'm going to fall, I'm going to fall.
Yeah.
So what's being afraid about it
Right.
going to do for me? It's going to probably actually make me fall,
Right.
you know?
So real quick, so you served 2 tours and then you said you became a private contractor after that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like out there in Afghanistan or where?
In Iraq.
In Iraq?
Yeah. I had applied for the Department of Energy to drive nuclear weapons around.
No way. Like a courier?
Courier, yeah.
Dang.
And I got my Q clearance through them. But a buddy of mine, excuse me, he got into contracting with Navy EOD out in Virginia Beach, and he asked me on. He's like, "Hey, man, you want to come contract?" I'm like, "Ooh, sounds sexy. Yeah, I'm down." Yeah. And yeah, we would run different scenarios for EOD, and then through that, I met some other pipe hitters that were working overseas, and they're like, "You want to get overseas?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." And so I contracted with other government agencies and protected them and stuff while they did their stuff.
How was that compared to the military?
Oh man, it kind of changed my thoughts on the private sector. I was like, it seems like everything's better. You know, it's like
more structure.
Well, you could fire somebody if they're a shitbag.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And we had all top tier operators, Rangers, Marines, Special Forces guys, SEALs. But yeah, we were all bros, all got along. We'd do CrossFit overseas together. That's back sick. When it first started. And
dang.
Yeah, they were all like Spartans, you know. I was like, I got to get on this level. So I started doing CrossFit with them.
Is that what got you into CrossFit or tapped you into that sport? Because you used to compete, right?
I did, yeah. We got super. I'm an obsessive person. Like, I find a hobby or something I really like, and I nerd out on it until I master it, and then
that's cool.
I get bored, and then I'll find something else.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's a good sport to get into. I've never done it, but it seems dope.
It's good. I'd say don't do it competitively. Like, do it to increase your level of fitness. But me, I'm so competitive. Like, I'll do anything to win.
Yeah,
you know. And I would get under bars that I probably shouldn't have. Like, I used to clean and jerk 335 and snatch 285. You know, stuff like that. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
That's nuts, dude. I like CrossFit because it's circuit. So like there's dudes at the gym that look like freaking monsters.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you if I grapple with that guy for over a minute, he's cooked.
Oh, done.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, am I right, Josh? Like, but I feel like CrossFit, your that's all it is is endurance.
Oh yeah, and
Like
it's
doing,
awesome.
like 40 pull-ups, like just going at it.
Yeah, I like the structure of it. Is like, how fit can I be across 10 general physical skills? You know, like speed, stamina, strength, flexibility, balance, coordination, cardiovascular and respiratory.
Yeah.
All those things. And you can't be good at just one thing, or else you'll be weak in everything else. Like I can't master running, because then I'll be weak when it comes to weightlifting. I can't master weightlifting, because then I'll be weak in running. So just being balanced,
For sure.
you know.
And I'm sure that's what all those operators out there were like. We're perfectly balanced in all of those.
Oh yeah, athletes.
Like,
I mean, they could jump. They can, I mean, do anything, you know.
Dang. So all the dudes that were contracting with you, they were other dudes that were in other parts of the military that did the same thing as you.
Yeah,
But like in different, you know.
You had
like,
to have spent at least 1 year in combat. You had to have combat leadership. So that was a prereq. So everyone was dialed. Like there wasn't just some Joe Blow.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What about like? Because I would just imagine like, was there ego problems like with getting that many alphas thrown in the mix?
Those guys, I'm gonna say it right now. Those guys are prima donnas, man. Like
which guy?
Like Tim Kennedy and like some of these guys. He's probably gonna see this. Send a hitman after me now. But
hey, you come on the pod, Tim. We'll let you share your part of the story. I'm just kidding.
Prima donnas.
No, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like the ego is just like they.
Oh, especially with some of the branches, you know.
Or you get everyone who's always been the man, and then they're in the group with everyone who's always been the man.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, well, who's the man?
Right. Yeah, and like little cliques form up over there and stuff like that. But I always had a good group of guys that, they weren't egotistical. Like a lot of the dudes I met, there's a few, you know, but what I've noticed with veterans, working with vets, like in wildland firefighting and stuff, some of them they have too much of a sense of entitlement. And it's like, man, you're starting something new again.
Yeah.
Like be humble and just learn like a rookie, like all over, like no one owes you anything, you know? But yeah, I think we get into our heads too much. And
like I'm the man.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Oh, man, that's another thing to tackle too. It's like we're talking about getting as high as you can and doing it, but then like you said, there's a part of like full circle growing moment where you maybe are the man, but to humble yourself after you're the man.
Oh yeah,
you know, like everyone has to reach a state of humbleness in their life.
Oh yeah,
everyone has to be humbled every now and then. It doesn't matter how or what. It's healthy for you. It's not like people think of it as like a negative to be humbled. It's not. It's a growing moment, you know.
It takes more strength to be humble than to carry your ego around, you know. And a lot of us wrap our identity into things like, oh, I'm a CrossFitter, I'm a firefighter, I'm a whatever it is. But then you get hurt, and now who are you?
Yeah.
You're no longer CrossFitter or whatever you were.
Right.
I'm Eric.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's one thing I had to learn too, is like, not wrapping my identity up into the things that I do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm just Eric, you know.
For sure. That's one thing I've like had to like figure out in life, because I have had like wrapped my identity around certain things that got taken from me just from injuries or whatever. But I've always kind of, you know, went from one thing to the next, but like just finding my identity like in Christ.
Yes.
You know, and like always being good enough, you know, and not ever feeling like less than.
Yeah.
Even if something important gets taken from me, it's not the end of the world, you know.
No.
And there's always, you know, it's just God redirecting you.
Yeah.
Like when I got injured and stuff, I'm like, okay, maybe it's time to focus on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I still got my voice. Maybe I could strengthen that part of my, you know, identity or whatever.
Oh yeah. And sometimes you have to lose things in order to find God. You know, I used to chase after relationships and chase after careers and put all my faith in other things. And then when I finally, I suffered a brutal heartbreak, and I was like at the bottom of my lowest point. I'm like, this ain't working for me, man. Yeah. So I started going to church, and yeah, just at first I was like, this is lame or whatever, but I kept going, stayed disciplined with it, and it's amazing, like, to learn about God's love and just loving your enemies. That was a hard thing for me to do. I had so much rage against my dad, against all this stuff. But then when I finally let all that go and started praying for those people and like loving those people regardless, I was like, I felt free. You know?
You don't realize it's like it's chaining you down.
Yeah.
You think you think you're defeating it, or you're like, I'm proving them wrong. I'm doing this. But you're just shackled up, dude.
Yep.
The relationship, the this, the that, and you're just like pissed off all the time, dude. It's never enough.
Never enough. Like, and then now I'm content, and I'm not seeking anything. I know whatever God wants me to have, He'll rightfully give it to me. Like, you know, I don't have to go chase after anything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's crazy how it takes one freaking bad heartbreak to send you down a spiral.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one thing, dude, is like when you get in a relationship or someone, when you fully let your guard down and then things go sideways, you're like, you feel embarrassed. You're like, I can't believe I let my guard down. Like,
I failed.
But you shouldn't think like that. Because then it makes everyone's like, oh, well, you know, I don't ever want to let my guard down again. I'm going to be, you know, and then it just creates more toxicness.
Yeah,
in the world.
Exactly.
It's like a feeding, a chain of toxicness.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, well, they did me wrong. I'm going to, you know, you just pass it down subconsciously.
There's like, I really believe that, you know, evil or the devil, whatever you want to call it, he places footholds in your life. And whether it's not forgiving someone or whatever it is, you lust or you do this and that, that's the thing that's holding you down. And we resort to sin whenever our first trauma appears, you know, and it comforts us. And then we develop these bad habits.
Like coping habits.
Yeah. You know, like the way we fight, you know, it's a lot of people are just children. Like they're reactive, instead of being understanding and, just loving each other regardless, you know? And it's like, I heard somewhere, no matter how many times your heart's been broken, love as if you've never had your heart broken before.
Yeah. Dang. You know? That's good advice.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's scary.
You know?
It's vulnerable.
But that's the only way to find true love again. Is to allow yourself to be like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
like you can't bring other stuff from other relationships and project your fears of past relationships onto your current relationship.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a big one for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. There's a lot to gain from that. I'm going to have to digest some of that because, you know, that's a lot of good stuff. You know?
Yeah, I've lived it.
Life lessons, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't gone through like a heartbreak in a minute, but like I do remember like at times when I was going through that, like you said, those can be some of the darkest times. Yeah. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. No. Like you could be a 16-year-old and you go through your first little heartbreak and that's like your
brutal,
you know?
Yeah.
You could respond and that could set the trajectory for your life and you not even realize it, a spiral.
Oh yeah.
You know, into alcoholism or whatever at a young age.
Oh yeah.
And like that's one thing I wish I could change is like my response to things when I was younger. Yeah. Things like that. Cuz you know, we have so much ego and pride when we're young. Even now till this day you still have we all deal with it.
But that's like, awesome that you can be mature enough to look back and reflect on your mistakes, you know, and the biggest thing I've learned is like I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but forgiveness, you know, like and like not only asking for forgiveness, but truly believing you're forgiven. You know, a lot of people, I asked for forgiveness for that, but they're still walking around in shame for the same mistake. And it's like, once you truly believe, I'm forgiven, you know, I'm worthy of being loved. I'm I'm worthy of all this stuff. Like, yeah, your mindset completely changes.
Right. That's one thing, guys, young men show, like, we're all kind of embedded in our head is like, am I good enough? You know, you want to be good enough. You want to be just good enough for someone, you know?
Yeah.
And you hope that you are, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you are good enough. You are, we put ourselves down. You know, we should build ourselves up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we should walk with our head upright, not like just looking down.
No. I mean, yeah, that's just the negative self-talk, like, that goes on in your head. I'm an overthinker myself, man, you know, and sometimes you have to just silence that stuff. I'm not what I say I am in my head. I'm not my parents, but I am what I do. Yeah. And if most of my actions are good, then I'm good.
Yeah.
You know?
It's planting good seeds in your life for sure.
Yeah.
That's good, man. And so did you, because I want to get into wildland firefighting. Were you like into CrossFit and wildland firefighting like around the same time?
Yes, I was. I had just decided to put the CrossFit competition stuff down. At the time I was number 2 in the state, like fittest CrossFit athlete. There's this other dude, Lance Castle, that's
a sick name.
Yeah, he would crush me, man. He was a stud. But I mean, that competition definitely fueled me to be a better athlete. But yeah, I was just getting kind of beat up, and wildland firefighting is great to move into. So, but I got on with the Santa Fe, Las Vegas, Pecos district on an engine, and we would cruise around the forest just like looking for smokes from lightning strikes and stuff like that. But every morning I'd be PTing, doing my CrossFit, and my supervisor, Joe Julian, he was a Mount Taylor hotshot for years. He was like, Otero, I went by Otero. I was like, you need to get in with the hot shots. I was like, I don't even know what that is, Joe. And he's like, watch this movie, Only the Brave, about the Granite Mountain hot shots. And I was like, okay, watched it. The guys get burnt over in that movie. Like 19 guys die. Dang. The Lookout's the only one that survives. I was like, this is crazy. I'll try it, you know? So he got me on with the Carson hot shots, and
they kind of go all over.
They go all over. They're top tier firefighters. Like there's tier 2, type 2. And then type 1 is the hot shots. They get sent to like the front lines, you know? And my first fire, I showed up to Taos. Taos is such a weird place, you know? And I get to the bunkhouse, and there's 2 dudes with mullets and board shorts, no shirts on, throwing an atlatl. An atlatl's like it's an old Indian spear throwing thing. And
what the heck?
Yeah, like they were
throwing it like at a target.
An arrow, like
a slingshot, but for an arrow.
Kind of. It's like.
Hey, Josh, is it still good? Are we good? What's that? Oh yeah, no, we're good. Just let me know we're out, but we'll go way over. As long as my thing doesn't die, that's all I care about.
Right on.
Oh, is that what you're holding up? I was like, what are you watching over there, bro? Hey, Jamie, pay attention.
He's trying to stick figure over there.
I can't see it. Watch, look what you're showing me. It's a shoot. But so they were throwing, what is it called again?
An atlatl. It's like it was before bow and arrows, but it's like a stick, and the arrow goes right here on the end, and you flick it, and the arrow just launches.
Yeah, it's like that.
Similar concept, yeah. Yeah.
And so they're just
they're chucking it at a LaCroix box, and I show up. I'm like, "Is this the bunkhouse?" And they're like, "Yeah, dude, you want to throw the atlatl?" I was like, "All right, yeah, I'll throw it." And started throwing it with these guys, and crashed out. Next morning, got to the fire station, and the foreman was like, we got a fire in Wilcox, Arizona, load up in an hour. And we loaded up in our crew carriers, headed out for Arizona, fought a crazy desert fire out there.
Windy.
Oh, it was windy. Those fuels are really light and flashy. So we were running into the black, and we cut off juniper branches, and we were just swatting the edge, turning it black. Dang. And we put that fire out, monitor it the next day, and then we headed off to California to the Lassen National Forest.
So you would go from one, done, other, out. You're just all summer.
Yeah, available. We do 14 days on the road.
I've heard the hours are nuts.
It's nuts, man. Because after that fire, we drove immediately to the Lassen, got there, and just went to town prepping. Prepping is like preparing a fire line. We cut off a road, cleared all the understory within like 60 feet in.
Yeah.
And then pulled all that fuel and threw it on the other side. So we did that for like 12 hours straight over. And then once we got done, we had to burn all that stuff off. So they get 4 or 5 guys with drip torches. One guy's up here on the top. The next guy is behind him a little, down and behind him. The next guy's down and behind him. So they all
So you guys are like this? Kind of
like a diagonal like this, so everyone can escape and nobody's lighting underneath each other because fire travels up. So yeah, we would burn off that whole portion, and sometimes the winds get crazy on us and cause spot fires, like carries embers over our line. So we'd stop and push out into the green, look for spot fires. And then once the winds were in our favor again, then we would start burning again. Dude. Take away the fire's fuel.
Thank God I'm sure even you being in CrossFit shape, that was like hard on the body.
Oh my gosh. Wearing a 45-pound pack. And my last year I made it onto a saw team, and you just carry around a saw cutting until your tank runs out. And then, you throw a little lick on it, sharpen it up, and then give it to your buddy. And then he cuts, and you're pulling everything he's cutting, and you're just going tank for tank. Down. Yeah.
Just creating a big line, like just you and one other dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Didn't you get caught in like a fire tornado or something?
Yeah, I've been in a few close burnovers. One in Grand Junction, Colorado, where we were lighting off a drainage, and it blew up on us. We had to run off the line. There was like 200-foot flame links, like right off the line. Felt my eyes felt like they were going to melt out of my head.
Oh my God, dude.
And then my last,
you're in a vacuum of just heat.
Oh yeah.
It's just swirling around you. And you don't have oxygen. Like, you guys do have oxygen?
No,
you don't have oxygen.
No oxygen.
So you're just
suck. No, you get used to sucking smoke, and a lot of times your eyes are just pouring because the smoke is in your eyes.
What burned more of that in your eyes or the dip in your eyes?
That's a hard one, man. But yeah.
That's nuts. Dude.
Yeah, it was crazy. And the last fire I was on, we were on a fire in Chilum, Washington, on the border of British Columbia and Washington. And we were burning off a ridge, and below us was all green fuel. We had a road kind of going through the middle of the mountain, and we were going to try to take away the fire's fuel. But when we were up there, the wind started getting squirrely. It was like eddying, the best way I can explain it, like a river, those little whirlpools you see, that's an eddy. And the wind was doing that, and so
it was like that above you.
Yeah, it formed off the top and created a fire whirl, what they call a fire whirl, or fire NATO is the term the news uses. But it came out of the middle of nowhere, and we had an engine holding for us, checking for spot fires, and we just started diving under the engine. People were piling in the cab. I stuck my head in in a utility bin, and it passed through us, and we were in the middle of it. And I remember popping my head out and just looking around and seeing nothing but fire and giant embers that were like big log size embers floating
in the air,
floating around, man. Like, like the cows you see in Twister, but like logs.
Jesus.
And all I thought was like, I'm done. Like I thought about pulling my fire shelter, and then I was like, I'm going to cook in this thing like a turkey. So I'm just going to take it. And I put my head back in the bin, and then it passed through us. And,
what was the heat like while you were in it? Like, was it?
Oh, it was
next level.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. And all I could think was like, this fuel below us with these 100-mile-an-hour winds or whatever they are, it's going to go, and we're right above it. So we took off sprinting back to our buggies, and I remember looking behind me, and both sides of the line were on fire. Fire was pushing over the road.
Was it super loud?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like just wind. All you hear is just wind, like a tornado.
Yeah.
You're in a tornado.
Wind, and firefighters screaming, and
Dude.
They got third-degree burns and stuff like that.
Gosh, man.
Yeah, it was gnarly.
Talk about an adrenaline rush, man.
It gets crazy out there, man. Dropping trees, like these fire-weakened trees, you don't know which way they're going to go sometimes. The holding wood is just crap, and it'll snap and come at you the wrong way, or we'll drop a tree. It'll knock a huge branch, which we call widowmakers, into another tree, and then the wind will blow, and that'll fall onto a firefighter. And
so there's just threats above, below, everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Out of all these situations, like we're like, and I'm sure, it's hard to think of, but like, which situation were you like the most afraid?
Probably that time I got caught in the fire world for sure. I was like, this is it. Downrange. It was pretty scary downrange, just all the bullets flying, but you just kind of accepted it after a while. Like, this is just normal. But, because
I can imagine that fire tornado, like in the war, you can at least like somewhat like see the trucks there. Like you could have like points of reference, or like in a tornado, like you're just praying to God that something doesn't take you out.
Yeah, you're
just running.
You're at the mountain's mercy,
and you guys are just running until you don't see no more fire.
Yeah, till we got to the buggies, jumped in there, and took off, man.
And everyone made it out.
Everyone made it out. The scariest thing overseas for me was I was on patrol one day in my second tour, and all of a sudden, boom, an explosion goes off. I'm at the front of the patrol. I look back, and there's 3 Marines laying down. We started getting hit by small arms fire, so I jumped into a little like arroyo and started suppressing the enemy. And then I thought, man, I need to get some suppression down on these guys to get their heads down, so we can make a move on them. So I cleared out a house next to me, got up on the roof, established a machine gun position, and then my buddy JD hits me on the radio, and he's like, dude, I need you to come back here and establish a casualty collection point for Mikey. He got hit. Both femoral arteries were cut. His brachial artery in his arm was cut, and he had a sucking chest wound, a golf ball size hole.
With shrapnel or what?
Yeah, it was I think it was a 120 millimeter mortar that they hooked up. And they threw tourniquets on him immediately. We had our meal ready to eat, the MREs.
Yeah.
They had like a plastic sleeve on them, and we cut a little square and taped it to another piece. So we used that for the sucking chest wound. We patched that on his arm and left a little corner for it to breathe. But I got really close to Mikey. We used to stand post and everything, and I thought he was done. I ran up to him and he was going in and out, and JD started slapping him like, come on, dude, like stay with us. And Mikey's eyes were rolling in the back of his head. And then he was a huge Notre Dame fan.
Yeah.
And so JD goes, hey, Mikey, the Irish suck. And all of a sudden he came out of it and he's like, screw you, Corporal, USC sucks. And we were trying to keep him out of shop.
That's a good teammate.
Yeah.
Just knowing your guys that well to tap into their, take their mind off of it.
JD was an amazing leader. He's a great friend. And we called in a CH-46 helicopter and loaded him up, got him out of there. And he's alive today, man. He made it. Man. He's got kids. He lives out in Washington. Shout out Mikey.
Shout out to the Irish.
Yeah. Go Irish.
Dang, man.
That was scary.
That is scary.
I didn't think he was going to make it. But thank God he did, man.
That's probably tough, man. Getting relationships and that camaraderie with all these guys,
Yeah.
And then, everyone's equally at risk.
Yeah.
So you get real close to someone and something like that happens. It's just, probably hard, just as hard as you.
Oh, that was the hardest thing. It was like my first tour coming back. We lost 5 guys, in the company. We had lost 11 in the battalion. But when we got back to the grinder at Camp Pendleton, the grinder's like where we march and stuff. All these Marines went to their families, started embracing them. And I noticed there was some family members that didn't have a Marine to embrace, and they were just crying.
Yeah.
And so all of us privates and lance corporals went up to them and just started hugging them. But those were the families of the guys that didn't make it back. So seeing that, like, just makes me so grateful. Like, man, I get to be here. I get to, and I try to keep in touch with those guys. And
that's good, man.
Yeah. That's
cool too. Like you said earlier, like living, you get to a point where you're not just living for yourself. You're doing it for other people,
Yeah.
Like you're doing it to honor them, by living your life out.
Absolutely.
Like just, some of those guys don't get to do that.
Yeah.
But a part of them's living through you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. So that's like something to be proud of for sure.
They wouldn't want me to be sad and depressed. Right. And, I got to enjoy life every day I get.
That's true. Dang. So after wildland firefighting and, so this is kind of maybe how I met you. You got into coaching?
Yes.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
High school wrestling.
Yeah.
Belen.
Yeah.
Let me just say something real quick. This was probably the most jacked I've probably seen Belen, in years when this guy was coaching.
That's one of my boys right there. Look at those pythons.
He's pretty shredded. I was like, dang. Like, you could tell everyone was like on like a CrossFit, like, regimen. Like everyone had this, like, I don't know if you like remember this or what, but like I remember growing up, Rio Rancho all had the same build.
Yeah.
From 103 to heavyweight, they had this, you could tell they were on a program.
Yeah.
And I remember Belen looked like that. And
oh man,
you guys destroyed everyone at state. Weren't you guys ranked in the country?
47th best in the nation, right? Yeah.
Dang.
And we had 5 go to finals. All 5 took state. But yeah, that was funny. I was like doing my competitive CrossFit at the time, banging in my garage, and Matthew Lucero, he heard me dropping like 300-pound bumper plates in my garage. He's like, what's going on over here, man? It sounds like an earthquake or something. And I was like, oh, I'm doing power cleans. And what is this? Can I train with you? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Come on,
Matthew's
dude.
A stud.
Yeah. He came and Matt trained hard with me, and he was like, dude, the wrestlers could benefit off this. He's like, you should coach them. And I was like, nah, man, I don't want to deal with no high school kids. Yeah. Like, I just want to do my thing, be left alone. So one night he invited me over for a barbecue, and they invited Coach Lee over, and Coach Lee talked me into going to a practice. And day one, I smoked these guys, and one of them, Max, I think it was, or you.
Max Ortega? Oh, Max Lopez. Who's Max Ortega? Oh, Max Ortega's a Rio Rancho guy. Never mind. Max Lopez.
I think it was like Max and Cheesy or someone came up to me after practice, and they were like, are you coming back tomorrow, coach? And when they called me coach like that, and like, I was like, damn it. Like, I got nothing better to do. These kids got nothing better to do. Let's go.
Heck yeah.
FSU, you know?
Yeah.
And,
was that a fun experience?
oh man, that gave me purpose, being a part of a community, being valued, you know, having my place. And for me, it was like all the wisdom I've gained through my life experiences. I wanted to pour that wisdom onto these guys.
Yeah.
And, I tried to tell them the best possible stuff. I wish someone would have told me when I was my age.
Yeah.
But, I was like in Leonidas mode, bro. I was like, everyone is the Persians. We are the 300. Like, oh yeah. Yeah,
Spartan regiment, he says.
Oh yeah. And these guys all bought in. We all bought in together. And
prepared to die.
yeah, we were all in, man. It was
I love
sick.
that, dude.
And yeah, we ended up winning state. And then the football program asked me to go help them out and help get those guys strong. And then we went undefeated, and then we lost to Artesia and state.
Dang.
Damn Artesia.
I know. They always just throw those bombs, huh?
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
be killing them, and they'll just freaking Hail Mary across somehow pull it off.
Well, poor Belen had 11 kids that didn't come off the field. Like, they played offense,
and offense.
punt
Yeah,
return,
it's a small
kickoff.
community. People forget how small Belen is.
Dude, I was
even
like
Las Lunas is good, but they have they're Rio Rancho.
yes.
Belen, it's what you got.
That's all
You're not
you got.
recruiting. We're not there's no, I mean, it's a very small team.
Yeah.
Football, all sports.
That's,
So I could see how it's, tough, man.
and those guys, I really had to get them that mentality because Artesia has 80 kids on their sidelines. Los Lunas.
Rotating them, doing.
Oh yeah, and I was like, you guys are never going to come off the field, so we need to train 7 times harder than what they're doing.
Yeah,
and they sold out, they bought in, and it was awesome. They're a great group of young men, and a lot of them joined the military, and they still talk to me today. We still hang. And
heck yeah,
lifelong friends, man.
that's dope, man.
Heck yeah,
I can totally relate with you on that. Those relationships you build. With people you've coached and stuff. They still call you coach, and they're like grown men now.
Yeah, it's cool. It was great. And then, some drama happened. I got cracked in the head with a rock at state.
Oh yeah,
St. Pius.
That was crazy.
I won't go into too much about that, but
that was that made the news.
Yeah, I was on the news, and
Belen's in riot at the state tournament.
yeah, that was nuts.
Belen wins state, and then right below Belen, there's a riot with Belen.
It was nuts. They threw rocks through our bus.
I remember I was there.
Yeah,
it was pretty big. It wasn't just like a one person deal. And you got cracked in the head?
Yeah, I got
You
cracked.
had to get stitches and stuff, huh?
I had to get 17 staples put into my head. Yeah.
A brick?
It was a piece of rock. I don't know what it was.
That's gnarly.
I was trying to hold everyone back, and all of a sudden, boom, I got blindsided, and I didn't drop, but blood just started trickling down my head, and yeah, that was not a good day, but after that, I was like...
So you really like Leonidas.
I was holding the gates, man.
Stand still.
Actually...
Hold.
I did try to Spartan kick somebody, and...
Oh my gosh, broken ribs.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that was crazy. After that, I was like, I need to get out of here for a while, and that's when I found wildland firefighting.
Yeah.
But
on to the next.
Yeah, it was a good experience.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. It was kind of really sad leaving those underclassmen, but I know I gave them some tools they can use in their life. And,
yeah.
But yeah, it happens.
Dude, that's dope. So we're kind of getting close to an end, but I kind of wanted to go back into your jewelry and stuff, man. Like, Southwest Warrior Jewelry.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with that name? Like, did you just on the spot? I mean, it really is a representation of if you guys have got this far on the podcast, it's like, the embodiment of who you are.
Yeah. I mean, Southwest Warrior, I've always been into the Southwest. I mean, I traveled everywhere, and I came back to this place because I love it. I love the history, the Mogollon people, the ancestral Puebloans and stuff like that. And but yeah, I was like, I'm a warrior that gets to express myself with this art, and I get to make people happy. And yeah, I used to make war, and now I make art.
That's sick, dude. Heck yeah. That's so cool. And I bet you really tapped into like the Native American culture too. Like just the history.
Yeah, my great grandparents were Apache, and they lived in Abo, out in the Manzanos. So I have a deep connection with the land, and I love studying how all these different rocks are formed. I love just getting lost in every bit of it.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Dude, I respect that.
Heck yeah.
Dude, this is money right here.
Heck yeah.
Best lighter ever, bro. I have to start smoking again. But no, man, I appreciate you coming on the pod, telling your story, man. First podcast ever. I think, this might, take you down another path too, another little passion. Who knows?
Yeah.
I think you've got a lot of wisdom and stuff to share with the world, and it's kind of like a little sneak peek into who you are. So thank you for doing it on the Against the Grain podcast.
Dude, thanks for having me. I'm super honored. I appreciate your hospitality, and yeah, this place is sick, man. I look forward to watching more episodes.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll have my podcast and you come on.
Let's go.
Heck yeah.
You guys heard it. I'm going to hold you accountable, bro.
Heck yeah. Let's go.
Thank you, brother.
I
appreciate you. Episode 103, guys. We're on Spotify now. Spotify and YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe. It helps out a lot. I know a lot of people view and don't subscribe, so subscribe. It means a lot. And what else? Oh, I just came back from Tokyo. That was pretty dope. Tokyo's sick, guys. If you guys ever get a chance, go to Tokyo.
Dude, it looked lit.
My first time leaving the country is crazy, bro.
Oh, man.
Crazy. I almost wanted to stay. There was a little moment where I was like, I could just, I got enough saved up to stay out here for a little bit. I'll figure it out.
Find a nice little Japanese woman.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
They're subservient.
My head was this big when I came back to it. I was like, hey, I'm kind of good looking. I don't know what these American girls are thinking. Just kidding. But yeah, you guys gotta go to Tokyo, go to Japan, Osaka, Kyoto, all that. Check it out. Against the Grain, episode 103, baby.